1, 2, 1, 2. They're also an extension of your body, so when you're defending yourself, you can hit something, you can keep somebody back. Immediate feedback. You whack your elbow, you know your arm's out too much. Now this is also still your warm-up before we get into the wrist roll. In this martial arts class, you'll discover how to do the wrist roll with your nunchucks. Grab your nunchucks and follow me. Start with the chuck in the right hand, facing the sky, your palms facing up, circle forward. Turn your hand over, circle forward. So you're going forward and you're going side to side. This is an orbital to the outside of my body. I turn my palm down. Now that orbital comes to the inside of my body. I put them together and I have a figure 8 spin. This is the first part of the wrist roll. You need to know how to do the figure 8 spin. And this is a good warm up. It's gonna lubricate the joints but make that connection between your brain and your hand. Help with the proprioception. And when you hit yourself, that's gonna help you. It gives you immediate feedback. You whack your elbow, you know your arm's out too much, or you're moving the chuck in the wrong spot. You need that feedback and go fast enough that happens. Slow it first, but then speed it up quickly. Now, put it in the left hand, palm up, circle forward, outside orbital, inside orbital. It's just palm up, palm down. Lubricate the joints, get warmed up, and then up and down. Sideways figure 8, also known as the infinity spin. Setup for the wrist roll. Before we go into the wrist roll, I want you to know how to get it to the other hand. And you're gonna do it like this. Your palm is facing up. Your arm is perpendicular to the ground like a tree growing out. You're gonna take that chuck and you're gonna point it to the sky. And wherever you point this, that's where the other chuck goes. Just gonna point that stick and watch. Goes right into the hand. Now you just close your hand around it and then go into your figure 8. Put this hand up, tree growing out of the sky. Now watch this. If I point my elbow like that and I point my chuck at my elbow, where do you think that's going? It's gonna smack me right in the face. You don't wanna learn that lesson the hard way. Take my word for it. You will, that's all right. It's gonna hurt sometimes. That's what I mean when I say fight to grow. Fight yourself, get over your fear. But if this is up and down and you turn this up and down in the same direction as this arm, you keep it parallel and you bring it behind, it's gotta go there. You point it this way, it's gotta go in your face. Figure 8. Get it up, bring it up, figure 8. Now this is also still your warm-up before we get into the wrist roll, but you have to know how to transfer. There's an easier one. This is the one Bruce Lee does. Bruce Lee in his movies and in the new Ip Man 4 movie that just came out, he's fighting that cool dude at the end. I like the other guy for some reason. He looks tough, tough. Anyway, takes his chuck away from him, he starts doing all that stuff. That's the move he's doing, the basic move. I want you to do the harder one. Figure 8, bring it up this way. Figure 8, figure 8. Just do 2, switch it. It. Start to go a little quicker when you're ready. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. But get out of your comfort zone. You gotta fight to grow. That means you gotta move in a way that there's a good chance right now I'm gonna smack myself in the head. I don't want to, but it'll happen. Either now or another time. That's all right. It's just got my fingertips, that's okay. Good feedback, immediate feedback. Weapons are designed to teach you spatial awareness. They're also an extension of your body, so when you're defending yourself, you can hit something, you can keep somebody back. It's harder, so tougher material in your hand or your foot, but mostly it teaches you spatial awareness when we do it in training. You know how your body moves in space and time. As you get older, or maybe you fight somebody who's just gifted a lot faster than you, even when you're younger, you can still beat them if you have better timing and distance. Let's talk about the wrist roll. I'm going to pull this back and it's just gonna pop on the top of my hand. Now from here, I'm gonna open my hand, I'm gonna assist it with the other hand, I'm gonna turn this down. If you've done any of the other weapons with me, especially sword spinning or the staff, the bow, the Joe, maybe you've done the lightsaber spins, double-bladed lightsaber spin. It's the same thing. It's that same exact wrist roll. So when I am going in this direction, when I turn it up, open my hand, it keeps going and it's right there. So watch again. I'm in this figure 8. When I bring it here, it's gonna hit there. I'm gonna open my hand and I'm gonna turn this hand quickly, catch the other side. That's all there is to it. So go into a figure 8. It's over here, it's my right hand. When it's over on the left, I'm gonna open my hand, let it spin, and now I'm in what's called a negative grip, or a hammer grip. This is kind of like an ice pick, you're stabbing them, or a screwdriver. This, you're hitting with that hammer. Think of it that way. So go back here, first grip, figure 8, and I'm gonna turn and open it, let it go all the way through, close it, and now continue my figure 8, but in this negative grip, or this hammer grip. When I bring it back to the right, I'm gonna open. Let it come through there. Here's your practice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Spun it a little bit too much, that's okay. You gotta do that. You gotta throw it out of your hand, you gotta drop it, pick it up. That's how you're gonna learn. That's how you're gonna grow. You have to fight to grow. Pick it up, keep it going. Slow it down if you need to. And then put it in the other hand. Don't cheat. Go through that transfer. Now watch what I did. When I put it here, because of the length of the chuck, because this is a speed chuck, I'm on the ends here. As I go into my figure 8, I'm gonna slowly start to slide, walk my hand up. Did you see me do that? Kind of walk it up until my hand's in the middle. When your hand's all the way at the end, it's gonna be a really fast spin. When your hand's in the middle, it's not as fast, but that's what I need because the size of my hands, the width of my hand, while I'm punching, requires that I start there. Now, from here, when I'm in that negative grip there, I can bring it back in and it's gonna pop in the right spot. So you're here, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 figure 8s and a wrist roll, 2 figure 8s and a wrist roll. Other hand. Other hand. This is very similar to something that I do with the bow or the Joe, the other martial arts weapons, and for the same reason. The other weapons, it really helps to build strength. With this weapon, it forces me to react in my brain a lot faster. Martial arts, you should move fast. If you're defending yourself, you gotta move super fast. You gotta fight fast. It's really easy when you do a martial art, especially like Taekwondo or Karate, or you get in the habit of doing the motion slowly, getting good, getting smooth, but you never really just go all out as fast as humanly possible. And when you're defending yourself, if you're fighting, you gotta be fast. You gotta be explosive, immediate, direct. You gotta go straight in. You gotta be out of your comfort zone. You gotta feel like you're gonna crash and burn in any second. So every once in a while in your practice, add some training in there. This is it for me right now. Forces you to go a lot quicker. And if you do this with the dinosaur chucks, that's with a much longer string in the middle, that's not gonna be as hard because you're dealing with it in a different way. These speed chucks are designed to move faster. So when you do the speed chucks, you've got to go really fast. All right, check out these other videos on other things you can do with your nunchucks, and I'll see you on the next one.